Saturday night's main event. VSOP Loke.
Victor Von Doom, at your service.
Pleasure to have you, sir.
Pleasure to be on the Hip Hop and Wrestling Podcast. Big fan.
As many. HHW fam, we're so happy to have you here. Happy Halloween. Whatever you do this weekend, be safe and responsible. And do not come to my house unless you like candy corn, because that's all I'm giving out. Does Dr. Doom eat candy corn?
No. Actually, I might make plan to go back and destroy all candy corn.
Why would you do that?
Candy corn, disgusting.
Candy corn is delightful. And the pumpkins. Candy corn pumpkins?
Thumbs down.
Saturday night's main event. We were talking before we hit the record button, but we'll remind the people. Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton. You're saying it's going to be Tiffy time, correct?
Tiffy time all day.
What is your reasoning behind that? Knowing that Jade Cargill just turned heel, beat the shit out of Tiffany Stratton, lost her previous attempts at getting the title. Why is this Saturday not the night for Jade?
I like Jade. Jade's good, but still has some bearings to earn. She still got to get established. It's too early.
So you don't think the time is right?
It has to be a main PLE, not downing the Night Saturday Live. Night Saturday Live, good show, but not a real PLE.
But this PLE, this Saturday night's main event, it's nothing but title matches.
We deserved that after the opening with the ESPN show. We deserve a couple of good shows after that.
Oh, okay, so they're making up for WrestlePalooza.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, got it.
Got it. Beautiful.
We're going to have Cody Rhodes defending the Undisputed Championship against Drew McIntyre. So a rematch. And Drew left Cody laying this last episode of SmackDown. He did the standover, but not with the belt in his hand. It was more like a kneel over. But it still did the camera shot that we're used to. Hit him with a Claymore after Drew had beat up your boy.
Yes.
Because Jimmy Uso's just on everybody's show. So he came there to avenge Jacob Fatu, assuming that Drew is the one that attacked Jacob Fatu. We don't have any proof of that. But that's who Jimmy assumed. So they had a street fight. Well, no DQ match. And Jimmy was doing his thing. Even gave him a Samoan drop through a table.
Yes.
But we knew Jimmy wasn't going to win. And he didn't. Cody tried to come out for the save later because Drew was trying to choke Jimmy with a chair. And the Geeks came out and couldn't get Drew off of him. So here comes Cody for the save. He eats the Claymore. Is this Saturday the night that Drew takes the title off of Cody? What do you think?
Well, honestly, you know, Drew McIntyre is Scottish, right? So he's from my neck of the woods. But I don't think Drew is going to get the title. I think Cody's going to keep it, but there's going to be some kind of weird scenario to where Cody keeps it. Maybe Drew loses control and gets disqualified, or somebody interferes unintentionally.
Who do you think that somebody could be?
Ooh, that is so up in the air, my friend. I don't know. So many possibilities. I don't know. Maybe Randy.
I'm still waiting on that RKO.
Yeah, maybe Randy just comes out and make an appearance and causes a distraction, and maybe Drew's like, what you doing here? And then Cody gets the upper hand, or vice versa. I would be very surprised if Cody loses the title.
I'm thinking this particular Cody Rhodes reign doesn't require for it to be a long reign. He can pretty much drop the title, get it back anytime he wants.
Yeah.
Because I don't necessarily find the WWE Undisputed title to be the most interesting title.
I beg to differ.
Tell me more.
I think the Undisputed title is more exciting than the World Championship. And that's why they are trying to do these matchups on Raw with the World Championship, with these superstars, and try to make the story more interesting to make that title more popular, i.e. Seth Rollins with his run. And I think the Seth Rollins injury kind of like disrupted that situation. Cody is just very big now. He's very popular. And it's undeniable. That's why he's able to go through both brands and get the same pop.
Yeah. And also, I haven't been watching SmackDown the past couple months. I just don't feel like his, since he got it back from John Cena, I'm not going to say the title's cold. I just haven't had much interest in it. Maybe because Seth's cash-in was like headline news. So I was invested in seeing where they were going to take it. Unfortunately, where they took it was doing the same match over and over for 2 months.
Yeah.
Now he's hurt.
When your good friend, Stephen Gold, when he went to the live show in City Raleigh, I believe it's called. He said Cody Rhodes' pop was crazy. He said the audience went insane. He was that guy for the moment. And when him and Seth was in the ring, the energy was just unfathomable.
You would know a thing or two about insanity. So,
but for good purpose.
All right, so you're thinking that Cody is going to walk out still champ?
Yes.
I don't think they're going to. I don't think they're going to change 2 world titles on one show. They could, and they have, but not on Saturday night's main event. No.
No, only a big PLE.
Yeah, they're crowning a new world champion on Raw, so I think that'll probably be the biggest headline title change. So I'm with you as well. Cody wins, and they got to figure out something to do with Drew.
Yeah, instead of continuously having him twirling the win just like LA Knight.
And I like Drew. Drew's the man. I would love to see him on top as a heel, but maybe another day. But not this Saturday. So all right, we're both picking Cody. You're picking Tiffany. I'm picking Jade. All right, so that's where we are right now. Next up, we have
Dominic Mysterio versus Rusev and Penta.
Which we knew that was going to happen.
You called it. So Stephen told me. He kind of filled me on the last episode, and I took a couple notes. And he said you called that.
I did call that because that's just the way the WWE treats their secondary titles.
Predictable.
Very predictable. And who came to disrupt the one-on-one match between Penta and Rusev? The Americanos, who I also predicted at some point they might be the one. They being El Grande will be the one who steals the title off of Dominic because he's doing him one too many favors, don't you think?
Yes, and Steven said he agreed with you on that take, and I agree with you too.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, but however, this Saturday...
If I had to choose between the two, if it was Penta or Grande Americano, Penta.
I think it would be really good if Penta won that.
Yes, it would be exciting. Penta's a great wrestler. I like him. I like his mask. I like his face paint. Good.
It's very evil. You know a thing or two about evil. Yeah.
And diabolical.
Diabolical. Mm-hmm. So this Saturday, though, I think Dom's still walking out with his championship with help from...
Yes.
What about you?
I concur.
It's no DQ, right? So come on. Of course.
Dirty Dom, I'm more excited to see how he gets the job done because great leaders or champions always figure out a way to get the job done.
And I do think that they're still building him up for a match against John Cena, so he got to get a win. Matter of fact, maybe, actually, they're trying to have a tournament. The rumor is they're going to have a tournament to determine who John Cena faces in his last match. I don't think that's going to be Dominic. And I think we had talked earlier about it maybe being Gunther. That'd be pretty cool. But
that was very, very cool.
But we'll find out. We shall find out.
The
Ring General. So we're both rolling with Dom to maintain and retain his IC championship. So next up, we have the vacant World Championship between CM Punk and Jey Uso. Those are the two #1 contenders. They had their promo segment on Raw. They didn't really say much or nothing, except, are you going to go all the way? How far are you going to take it? And Jay was like, screw you, Punk. I'm ready to go.
Good talk, but I'm going to go with Punk CM.
I'm a little torn. I'm a little torn on this one. I don't know.
It is kind of up in the air, but if I had to bet, if I was a betting man, Victor, Punk CM. But I understand how you're on the fence about it. It definitely could go either way.
What if there was no, well, what if there was no winner? What if it was a no contest? I was thinking that maybe Braun and Bronson would just come out and destroy because it is a TV show. You know what I mean? It's not a PLE.
I wouldn't like that very much.
It wouldn't get over. It'd be controversial, but they kind of made it seem that...
Yeah, I might would have to travel back in time and stop that.
Okay,
I wouldn't like that at all. Not on Doom's watch, no.
So, CM Punk win. Is he winning clean?
Tough call. I don't know. I'm excited to see.
I think Jey Uso is going to win.
Team Yeet?
I think I'm going to go with Team Yeet. I think he's going to win with some controversy and carry that controversy all the way with him until somehow, some way, his cousin and him are facing off again. But this time, Jay's the champion. I think WrestleMania plans have been changed, and it might be Jey Roman at WrestleMania, which I believe my friend Stephen Gold actually suggested.
That could be a good possibility. Or Stephen also told me he had a thought that his brother might interfere and it doesn't go his way, and that causes a feud between them two. Or either he stops the relationship with his brother because of that. That could keep the storyline interesting, which I heard his brother's wife expecting.
Yes. His brother's wife is expecting. Not sure what the time frame is, but I'm pretty sure. I think she's still months away.
Maybe I have to take another trip through time just to see when.
We should probably do that. We could probably use that visibility.
Beautiful woman. Congratulations to them both.
Yes, she's quite lovely. I can't wait to see what type of little oos they're going to have.
Future wrestling legend, I predict. Maybe I'll go see that too in the future.
Possibly. That family's been around my entire life in wrestling, so.
Yes.
But all right, so you're picking Punk CM. I am picking Uso Jey.
I like what
Did I say that correctly? Or am I not allowed to speak in Dr. Doom Talk?
You can too. It's okay. We're friends.
All right.
Don't get too comfortable, though.
Break yourself, fool.
Break yourself.
So far, those are the 4 matches that have been announced. Again, it's rumored that it might be Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte and Alexa. I saw that on the internet. Don't know how true that is, but they typically are going to have 5 matches. So
Warriors Kabuki, I will be very excited to see that match as well.
Yeah, and they got to have that match would be really, really good. I would enjoy that. And they're doing a good job. Charlotte said that they were 2 wins away from having the most women's tag title defenses ever. So they got 1 win against Bayley and Lyra. So now if they beat Kabuki, they are the record holders of the most defenses, which is pretty cool because I think the number of defenses matters way more than how long you hold the title, which is why I look at Jey Uso's first reign as a failure because he didn't have a successful defense. Failure is probably a strong word to use, but it wasn't memorable. The moment of him winning was, but his reign was not. There was some level of shenanigan in every match he was in.
So that's the reason you think Jey will be the winner. Uso Jey will be the winner on Night Saturday Live.
That's what I am thinking. I'm thinking that Jey is going to walk away, possibly not clean. I think with a controversial finish, possibly a decision that he has to make, maybe an act of desperation. I think a loss might send him on the edge of madness.
Maybe I can recruit him for my team.
Possibly he might want to partake in some evil.
Madness.
It's always a possibility. But after they get past this, then they can start building towards Survivor Series, and then possibly we can have some definitive insight into what War Games is going to shape out to be. I think they might be shifting back towards it being a Raw War Games with Division against Roman and CM Punk somehow teaming to do this again.
Maybe they recruit me, Victor, and then there will be the Victor. Who would that want Victor on their team in War Games? I know about war. Many wars. Secret Wars was me. Battled World was me. I am a genius, and they will realize it more sooner than later if they don't.
LA Knight and Braun Breaker had a match, and it really wasn't to determine who would be next, but they kept making their claim that they were next after this CM Punk Jey Uso match is over. So Braun Breaker did beat LA Knight again.
Indeed, he did
with a big, beautiful spear, and I guess
unpredictable.
Yeah. So whoever wins this title, I guess, is going to be food for Braun Breaker. Now, this is what makes me think that maybe CM Punk would win, because it's a match we have not seen. CM Punk versus Braun Breaker 1-on-1.
Yes.
And maybe CM Punk puts Braun Breaker over. Because I think that when Braun Breaker does get his world title shot, he got to win it. Like, first attempt, got to get the victory, unless it's some shenanigans, but Braun got to get that win. And I think Jey Uso would be, I don't want to say an easy win, but he clearly has Jey Uso's number most of the time.
Agreed. But going back to what I say, going back to Steven's prediction was, if Breaker Braun goes to WrestleMania, he loses by the hands of Rollins Seth. At the hands of Rollins Seth, that would be his comeback. Him stopping Braun from getting the championship victory, because he causes him to lose that belt. We know what's truly happened, but the story that was portrayed was Braun injuring Seth. So Seth's return would be him returning the favor and setting up a feud for them.
I mean, that feud's coming. It was written, so we know that feud's coming. To what degree, I don't know. I just don't want to see Seth teaming up with Roman on some enemy of my enemy is my friend type.
It's going to happen, my friend. I'm sorry. The nuts, I might have to take a trip to the future to see. But I believe the betting man, Victor, that may happen.
I don't want to see that. But I understand. But I don't want to see it.
It would be a money puller. We always talk about the money pulling matches. What a Seth and Roman team up wouldn't be a money puller? Yes or no? Yes. You can't deny it, can you? Oh, you can't deny it. The truth shall set you free.
I won't deny it.
I'm a straight rider. You don't want to F with me. Dr. V. Dr. Vaughn. Rolling with the DRV. I love the hop hip. It's cool.
You're very acclimated to it.
Thank you.
Trying to think of anything else notable that I noticed on Raw. I really can't think of much.
Nothing much. Is the raw soup. Steven told me you guys were calling it. It's just raw soup, no potatoes, no pepper, no salt. It's either raw soup or casserole. It's in between.
They somehow ended up getting Braun Breaker and LA Knight in the ring again. So there we go. That was part of the casserole that we're used to. In terms of new things, they had JD McDonough take on Sheamus and actually beat Sheamus.
Yes, I saw that too.
With shenanigans from a shillelagh, but he beat him. And shout out to Sheamus for taking that top rope Spanish fly.
Oh my God! Yes, he's not a small man at all. Hats off.
Which I guess will lead me to my next segment. I find that Spanish fly from the top rope, no matter who does it, to be one of the scariest moves. It's a move that makes me cringe almost every time. It looks beautiful when it's executed, right? But the setup, I'm sitting here always like, don't slip. Please don't slip. Because only bad things can happen. So why don't we think about scariest moves in wrestling? My first entry would be top rope Spanish fly. That's one of them.
Agreed.
Let me see. What other moves do I find to be very frightening? Even that Spanish fly at SummerSlam. You remember that one with Axiom and
Angelo Dawkins? Yes.
Angelo Dawkins, where they could have almost broke their legs had they went a little bit further.
So like not hitting their mark. Yes. Very, very close. Very scary. Number one, being thrown off Hell in a Cell top because they could probably die. Mick Foley, one of the greatest people in wrestling history. Rikishi, too. Same match. Remember he got chokeslammed into the back of that truck bed?
Yeah, but it was a bed full of hay.
Yeah, but that's still...
It's still falling from a distance that you shouldn't fall
And
from.
he's not a small man at all. Okay, number 2. The Tombstone Power Driver, the jumping Tombstone Power Driver, before Undertaker changed it. Because it's hard to catch. In the wrestling, you do certain moves, but you hold people their head between knees, right? So they don't hit the mat, right? To not break their neck. So it's hard to coordinate that jumping and falling on somebody's head. Very dangerous. Tombstone Power Driver. Jumping Tombstone Power Driver. Number 3, the superplex from the top rope. It's dangerous. Very dangerous. Anything could go wrong. Just one slip, you're holding somebody's weight and trying to make sure you land flat. You slip, you can land on the person's neck, probably break neck. One slip could cause a catastrophic ending. Yes. Number 4, it's not the suicide dive, but it's when they run and do the front flip over the ring, over the rope.
When they actually do a flip, like Sami Zayn does?
Yes, they do the front flip over the rope. Remember when Jey Uso, he did it and he came just a little short one time. But person caught him. Because if you go back to the Victus at Wrestling Fan, I watched the show on Netflix, the one where they talk about the show, the doings. And Triple H actually called that out. He said, I saw that you need to get your stamina up because you slipped in that stunt. And that's not good. Did you watch?
No.
For you, I don't have friend. You okay? I will send that segment to you so you can see it. But Jey slipped during that segment when he was doing the flip over rope. He slipped, and Triple H said that's dangerous. You could have hurt yourself. What's the dive when they jump off of the... They jump off rope like this, and the person jumps up and lets them land. No? You know what I'm talking about?
Flying crossbody?
Yes. They don't catch him right. It something go wrong.
Oh, that applies to any dive. Do you remember WrestleMania 25? When Undertaker tried to do that dive on Shawn Michaels, and the guy that was supposed to catch him was way farther back than he was supposed to be. It was like the cameraman. And Undertaker fell. He went up and came straight down on his face.
Oh, God. Wasn't good, was it?
No, the match was still superb. But, yeah, that cameraman was supposed to kind of catch Undertaker. Shawn moved out the way, but the cameraman wasn't in position. And so, yeah, Taker came down pretty hard. So that's what, like with any dive it could be scary if your opponents are not there to catch and protect you. You know what I mean? Whether I'm looking directly at you or like, you know, when Kofi Kingston, he does that trust fall and he'll jump backwards.
Yeah.
If people ain't ready to catch him, boy, it can be a catastrophe.
Very catastrophic.
All right. So you're saying throwing off the Hell in the Cell.
Yes.
Jumping or leaping Tombstone Power Driver.
Yes.
A superplex where both men's feet are on the top rope.
Yes.
The a front flip over the top rope.
Yes. And
a crossbody off the top rope.
Let me replace the crossbody with the acai moonsault.
Okay. Because you could slip on that middle rope trying to do that as well. And that would not turn out well for you. Luckily, I have not seen that, but there was this wrestler named Hayabusa who I believe did break his neck trying to do like a lion salt. And that went wrong and he landed on his neck. So yeah, you got to be careful. Got to be careful with those things. So yeah. Do you remember when Logan Paul and Ricochet tried to do that Spanish fly, the acai Spanish fly to the table on the outside?
Yes.
That went incredibly wrong. That was scary. So Spanish fly is just one of those moves like you don't want to mess that up.
Yes.
I would also say another one would probably be a poison rana. And not just a poison rana on the mat. That looks scary enough. It's when you do one off the top rope. That looks crazy. Bayley did that to Sasha Banks a long time ago at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. I will never forget that. And I was like, that's cool, but very, very scary. So that leads me to my third one, which would be like when Cody, he hasn't done it in a while, but he's done it when he does that reverse superplex off the top rope.
Oh, very dangerous.
Very dangerous. He even did the crossroads off the top rope, which could have went incredibly wrong. But that reverse suplex I'm standing on the top rope, leaned back, waiting for you to suplex me backwards. Yo, that is crazy.
Yes.
Another move that always felt weird to me is that Roland Fireman's carry slam. Sheamus does it. Tiffany Stratton does it. Mr. Kennedy used to do that as his finisher, but he would climb on a second rope and do it. And I'm thinking to myself, the person giving the move seems to be the one who would take the most damage if something went wrong, because he would fall directly his head. You know what I mean?
Break the neck.
Right. Once upon a time, Samoa Joe was having a match against Sting at a TNA show called Bound for Glory. And for some reason, Samoa Joe, he had the fortitude, the intestinal fortitude to say, you know what, I'm going to dive off this balcony to drop kick Sting. It just so happens that he dived on the steps, the arena steps, going up. He was coming down and landed back first on those steps to drop kick Sting, who himself, he tumbled down the steps. But the point is, Joe landed on his back. That was ridiculous.
Yikes.
I could think up a bunch of crazy things that Darby Allin does, but everything that he does is just frightening and scary. So I think I'm going to disqualify him from this particular thing.
Senton Bomb.
Like Jeff Hardy's?
Yes. He could land on his neck if he don't flip correctly.
Well, I mean, now Jeff Hardy, he just lands back first on your midsection now. He just like, that I'm not doing anything graceful. I'm going to do the flip. The back's going to, it might as well be a damn splash at this damn point. It used to be more graceful, but not so much now. He was like, Dad, you're going to take all this weight. All the physics and the gravity is coming. I'm going to have to agree, Mick Foley getting thrown off that cage is probably still one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life, and that was almost 30 years ago. Shane McMahon will fall through a lot, but not that high.
And shout out to Jericho Chris. Jericho? You know Jericho?
I've heard of him.
He said that it was his idea to pitch because Vince McMahon, anytime there was a Hell in Cell, somebody had to fall off the top. It was Chris's idea to change the narrative and say match don't have to end that way. And he had a match with Triple H, and it ended with a pedigree on top of the cage instead of anybody getting thrown off. And next matches, I think he said 2, 3, didn't end with somebody getting thrown off. It ended inside. Bravo. Set new standard.
Sometimes I question what was worse. Was the being thrown off the top into the table or being choke slammed through the cage to the mat?
Both bad. Very bad.
I was watching SmackDown, again, getting caught up in everything. So I'm watching these new MFTs with their painted faces. And I don't think it's terrible. I think JC Mateo seems out of place.
Yes.
Wearing the face paint because he still comes out in the same gear. Whereas like Tama Tonga and Tongaloa kind of wear the same gear. And also they wore the face paint when they wrestled in Japan.
Yes.
JC Mateo did not. So him having it just seems kind of weird. At least change the outfit or something. I don't know. But I didn't think the designs were that bad. It seemed kind of like Dead Presidents, futuristic, Kiss type of deal. It wasn't horrible.
It just seems forceful.
I don't know what episode they decided to start doing that. I think what I do know is that Tama Tonga clearly is bulking. This man is huge now.
Yes, he is.
He is gigantic now. Oh, let me fix my curls are out of whack. But he is humongous now. So I assume he's doing a bulk. He's not fat. He's just put on a lot of mass.
Lots of Wheaties.
Yeah. So he's been eating a lot of ostrich. And Drew McIntyre, for some reason, looks bigger too. I forgot how big I think he might be bigger than Randy Orton. No?
Randy very big. Drew looks same to me.
We saw Ilya Dragunov. I got to see him defended against Aleister Black. The match was okay. It wasn't the banger that I thought it would have been.
No, not like him and Sammy.
Right. But it was decent. But Ilya, he's putting on some size too. He's putting on some mass. He's gotten bigger as well.
He's
Um,
bulky too, very much so.
and Aleister Black, he's a lot bigger than he was back in the day as well. He's a lot more cut. He's a lot more lean now than he was in his first WWE run. But I got to see his entrance with him and Zelina. It wasn't that special. Zelina just kept making all these creepy faces and whatnot. But I was like, when they were coming down to the ring, I thought, oh yeah, Karrion Kross can't come back now. So I was thinking about scariest, spookiest, creepiest wrestlers that would be apropos for a Halloween show.
Commendable, yes.
Scariest, spookiest wrestlers.
I like this one. You first. Go ahead, be my guest.
Okay, well, I got to go with the Taker.
Okay.
And then I got to go with his brother Kane.
Okay.
Spooky, dark, evil, twisted, demented wrestlers. Aleister Black, Vampiro.
Damn you.
Got to have Vampiro. Although he's not the best wrestler in the world, he will fit this gimmick. And that would be the Boogeyman.
Yeah. I need to go through my archives. Okay. Number 1, Gangrel. Mortis. Hakushi. Not so dark, but just creepy. The Taskmaster.
R.I.P. Kevin Sullivan.
Crow Sting.
Mortis was a good pick, yeah.
Mortis is dope, bro.
Mortis was dope. He was very dope. Rest in peace, Chris Kanyon.
Yeah, man.
The Taskmaster. Let's talk about the Taskmaster. The Dungeon of Doom, while in that time was a very hokey stable. It was the Taskmaster,
The Giant,
who came out to his own dark music, who somehow fell off the roof of the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit after he finished fighting Hulk Hogan with monster trucks. The Shark, the Yeti, Kamala, and Big Bubba Rogers, for some reason, he was in the Dungeon of Doom. Hugh Morris.
They was deep for a while, bro.
They were very deep, huh? And Jimmy Hart.
Yep.
What a collection, huh?
Yeah.
When you think about it. Oh, and the Zodiac. Brutus the Barber Beefcake was the Zodiac.
Sullivan was hitting with the stomp, man.
Kevin Sullivan was tough, man. He was tough as nails.
Yeah.
Him versus Chris Benoit is the first time I ever saw like people brawl in the crowd through the concessions, through the arena. I know it's probably happened before, but my first time like seeing it to that degree where they was fighting in and out the bathroom and concessions and whatnot was him versus Chris Benoit at the Great American Bash. The same Great American Bash where Kevin Nash and Scott Hall powerbomb Eric Bischoff through a table. Honorable mention for this matchup could have been, of course, Cactus Jack.
Edge.
The Brood was dark. Edge likes to tap into his darkness, but I never really took him seriously as that dark dude. You know what I mean?
Bro, the Finn Balor, Demon
Finn Balor, yeah.
Damn.
So we left off a lot. Yeah, we left off Finn Balor. We left off Cactus Jack, Abdullah the Butcher.
Papa Shango.
He made Undertaker throw up. No, he made Ultimate Warrior throw up.
Damn, how we forget Papa Shango?
He was too busy, pimping hoes.
If you want to keep it real, the Great Moolah, man. He was creepy.
Great Muda?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah, Great Muda, Papa Shango. Now my brain's thinking about Halloween Havoc.
Yeah. But Raven
was a dark, demented character. I'll put him up there. I'm trying to think like who else was just pure evil.
Midian?
Yeah. Let's talk about the Ministry. Yeah. It was Midian, Viscera. Rest in peace, Sir Mo. He passed away. Viscera, Midian. Who else was in the Ministry?
The Acolytes?
The Acolytes. They weren't really dark though, but they were cool. Were you going to think Vampiro though? When I said Vampiro?
Yes. Yeah.
I
had them in a holster, man. I was ready to fire. I knew you were going to think of Vampiro, man. That was my guy. I love Vampiro, bro.
Yeah, he was great.
His ass with the Michinoku drama. He called it a nail in the coffin.
Yeah, that was dope. He was great. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other just dark stables and dark teams. I think that was about I'm pretty sure we're forgetting someone. This is when I got to tap into like painted faces, and we could also go with cool luchador masks. Like, okay, the Fiend Bray Wyatt,
Damn. Yes.
the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
Fiend Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, basically.
Yeah, rest in peace. That's a dark, creepy character. Swamp Bray Wyatt and Fiend Bray Wyatt.
Just legendary theme song. Catch and fly in his mouth. The silence of creepy. Like, what the hell? Like, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom,
and shout out to the Wyatt Six. They're dark and demented. The whole Raw roster one evening. It's kind of hard to do like a dark gimmick like that nowadays and it be taken seriously. It just happens that the Wyatt Six are kind of cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll suspend my disbelief even more than I already do for their act.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I just with like Bray Wyatt when he first came in, like, with Eric Rowan and rest in peace, what's the other guy?
He was Luke Harper on
Luke Harper.
WWE, but his name is
Yeah.
Brody. He was Brody. We know him as Brody Lee.
Yeah, man. That whole thing was just so cool, and I couldn't wait to play with them on a video game and watch their entrance and shit. Like it's just like they had the little torch and like some blah blah blah, and like it was like doom 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 doom. That was so creepy, brother, but it was hard, bro.
I mean, yeah, the whole gimmick, the lantern, the firefly, blowing out the lantern, the rocking chair was nice and creepy. The sheep mask. I had the black one. I bought the black one, and I wore that for Halloween one year.
You talking about that was the one that Braun Strowman wore, right?
That's the one that Braun Strowman wore. Yeah. Speaking of him, he has his own food show.
I saw that, man. I was happy for him.
I was happy for him. I was like, hell
happy.
yeah. I might have to watch an episode. Like,
yeah, me too.
Man versus food. All right, I'm with that.
He was like, give me the whole menu.
I could totally see him eating like 2,000 calories in one sitting.
Yeah, me too.
So I was like, I like that idea. So good for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had the black mask, I had a Kane mask, and I had a Sting mask, of course. Those were the three that I had. I'm trying to think of a creepy. Oh, La Parka.
Yeah, that's right. Damn, how we get up off with La Parka, bro?
I was trying to think of a luchador to add. La Parka, of course.
Psychosis is kind of creepy.
Yeah.
But it's Psychosis. Like an upbeat creepy, a friendly creepy.
Yeah. Psychosis, La Parka. I'm trying to think anyone on TNA. TNA, they tried to do this guy named Macias who would come out of the ring and he had, Abyss.
Yeah, Abyss is creepy. Yeah.
Abyss. So I remember Macias came out trying to attack Abyss. Abyss would be a good creepy one. Matter of fact, I was surprised that he put his spiked 4x4 or 2x4 in the game, and they actually call it Janus, which is what he called it in TNA when he bloodied Rob Van Dam one episode.
It's called Janus?
Janus. That's what he named the 2x4 with the spikes in it. Wrestling is many, many characters. But yeah, shout out to the Dungeon of Doom, the Ministry, the Wyatt Six, like the stables that really rode hard for that creepy gimmick. Gangrel.
Yeah, what was David Flair? What was David Flair's group name?
Him and
it was him, Sick Boy, Billy Kidman, Daphne.
Billy Kidman and Sick. I don't remember Sick Boy ever breaking away from the flock. I do remember.
What was what was his name, man?
Crowbar.
Damn, I don't know why I kept thinking he was Sick Boy. Yeah, Crowbar. He had long hair, and he had like the underneath his eyes was like he was like sleepy.
Yeah, his name was Devin Storm on the wrestling circuit, but he went by Crowbar and Daphne and David Flair.
Yeah. What was the name of that group?
Don't remember.
Yo, that dude looked just like his daddy too, man.
Who? David Flair?
Yeah.
With little rosy cheeks.
Yeah. Looked just like his dad.
But did not get not one athletic bone in his body. He tried. But boy, was he horrible.
He was.
Jesus. And he was a champion. I forgot what belt he won. He won the Hardcore Championship, I think.
That's all he could win. That's what was believable.
All right, before we wrap up, we got to do our plugs. Appreciate y'all rocking with us, HHW fam. Again, have a happy and safe, responsible Halloween. Check out my man, Stephen Gold, who drops music every single week on SoundCloud doing his Why Not Freestyle Fridays. The link is in the description. New freestyles every week. He's done over a year's worth so far. You should check it out, Dr. Doom. It's very, very dope. But he also has all of his other music on all streaming platforms, on Apple, on Spotify, on Tidal, and those links will be in the description as well. Shout out to our other co-host, Mr. Madison J.
County.
Victor Von Doom.
Thank you.
Von
yes.
knows Madison J. Rap is Like Wrestling 1, 2, and 3. With Rap is Like Wrestling 2 on all major streaming platforms. You can capture Rap is Like Wrestling 1 and 3 on Bandcamp. Make sure you check that out and support your independent artists. I myself, while you're listening to their great music, open up another tab in your browser, go to hiphopandwrestling.com, where you can get your official HHW gear. Unfortunately, I don't have any of that on because I am representing the West Side today. But I will have it on next week. But go there, support.
I co-sign the Hip Hop Wrestling gear. I co-sign VSOP. I co-sign this podcast.
Thank you, Dr. Doom. I appreciate it. You're taking time out of your busy schedule, plotting and scheming the destruction of the universe to spend time with us.
There's only Victor now. Your precious Iron Man is dead. He sacrificed himself like an impotent fool. Now it's my turn.
Here he is. Live and living color, green and gray, Mr. Doom. But yeah, make sure you check us out. We'll be back next week for more HHW action. Do you say peace, Dr. Doom?
Farewell, no peace.
Farewell, no peace. Thank you, sir.
Very welcome.
All right.